Hey everyone, and welcome! What if I told you that the secret to making your medicine work better isn't just about the drug itself, but about the trillions of tiny creatures living inside your gut? Today, we are diving deep into the amazing world of the microbiome and its incredible medical secrets.
Okay, let's just jump right in with a pretty wild question. Could your gut bacteria, all those microbes in your digestive system, actually be the deciding factor in whether or not your medicine even works? I know, it sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie, but it's one of the most exciting frontiers in medicine right now.
So, to really answer that, we first need to take a quick look at where healthcare is going. We're in the middle of a massive shift, moving away from that old one-size-fits-all model to something way, way smarter.
And that new model is called P4 medicine. Honestly, it's a total game changer. The whole idea is to flip healthcare on its head, from being reactive, only treating you after you get sick, to being proactive and focusing on keeping you healthy from the get-go.
So what are these 4 Ps? Well, predictive is about using all sorts of data to see health problems coming from a mile away. Preventive is about stepping in and stopping those problems before they even start. Personalized, and this is a big one, means your treatment is designed just for you, not for the average person, but for your specific genes, your lifestyle, your unique biology. And participatory, that's where you get in the driver's seat and become an active partner in your own health journey. It's pretty empowering stuff.
And that brings us right back to our microbes. Because it turns out you can't really do that personalized part without understanding the army of a trillion tiny chemists that are hard at work inside your gut 24/7.
Seriously? You should think of your microbiome as a hidden organ you never knew you had. It's this incredibly complex ecosystem that affects pretty much everything. Your mood, your immune system, and most importantly for our story today, it has a huge say in how your body uses medicine.
And hey, don't just take my word for it. This quote from the very research paper we're digging into puts it perfectly. Our gut microbiome is a major influencer of drug fate. That means it helps decide how well a drug works, its efficacy, and even how safe it is. That's a massive deal. This whole idea has launched an entire field of science, Pharmacomicrobiomics. It's a bit of a mouthful, I know, but the concept is actually pretty straightforward. It's the science of figuring out how your unique community of gut microbes interacts with the specific drugs you take. Some drugs, called prodrugs, are actually designed to use this to their advantage. Think of it like a locked package. The medicine is inactive, just floating through your system, until it gets down to your colon. And that's where specific gut bacteria have the special key to unlock it and turn it on, right where it needs to work. Pretty clever, right? But you can see how this creates a huge puzzle for the people developing these drugs. If everyone's gut microbiome is a little different, how on earth can you test a drug and know how it's going to behave? Well, that's where our scientific detective story really kicks off. We're going to be looking at this brilliant paper from Tiago Sousa, Abdul Basit, and their colleagues over at the UCL School of Pharmacy in London. They wanted to find a better, more reliable way to test these complex drug and microbe interactions before they ever get to human trials.
So here's the core problem they were facing. Testing these things is tough. Using human samples is complicated, and using big animals like dogs can be really expensive and, well, also complicated. They were on the hunt for a better way, something simpler, more practical, but still super accurate.
Their experiment was just beautiful in its simplicity. They basically created these little guts in a jar, using samples from different parts of the rat intestine and also from dogs. Then they dropped in 3 common prodrugs, the kind used for things like inflammatory bowel disease, and just watched to see how fast the microbes could unlock them.
And what they discovered was, well, kind of shocking and incredibly useful. It gave them 2 game-changing insights.
Okay, so first, they compared the different samples they took from the rats, and what they found was that the simple, easy-to-get fecal samples had the exact same drug-activating power as the samples that required invasive surgery to collect. The data showed no significant difference at all.
I mean, this is a massive win-win. For researchers, it means they can get the data they need way more easily and cheaply. And for animal welfare, it's a huge step forward, helping to reduce and refine the use of animals in research.
But the second finding? Oh, this was the real knockout punch. When they compared how fast the drugs broke down across the different species, the rat model was a shockingly close match to existing data from humans.
Just look at this chart for the drug sulfasalazine. The rat and human bars are nearly identical. The dog model, on the other hand, was way off.
So the takeaway here is crystal clear. Even though you might think a bigger animal like a dog would be a better stand-in for a human, it turns out that for this one very critical job, activating these prodrugs, the rat's microbiome is a much, much better predictor of what happens inside of us.
So what does this all mean for the future of medicine? How does a discovery like this actually change things?
Well, it means that for the first time, we have a preclinical model that just hits the trifecta. It's practical, it's cheap and easy to scale up for testing lots of drugs, it's translationally relevant, meaning the results you get in the lab actually tell you something useful about what will happen in people, and it's ethical, lining up perfectly with the modern 3Rs goal of reducing, refining, and replacing animals in research.
And just like that, we come full circle. This one, very specific, very clever piece of research provides a critical tool that helps build the foundation for that huge vision of P4 medicine. Because better screening means we can develop safer, more effective drugs faster than ever before. It brings that personalized future just one giant step closer.
It really leaves you with a pretty amazing thought, doesn't it? We're always looking outside ourselves for the next big medical breakthrough. But what if one of the most powerful keys to unlocking the future of medicine has been living inside of us all along? Thanks so much for tuning in.